Alright, today we are going to take a look at Protostar's Gala Winterfest Extravaganza. When you log in, you'll see we get a little holiday event pop-up like we got for Shades Eve, telling you to head to your capital city to begin the festivities. This is all PTR footage, so things could change between now and when Carbine releases this drop and the event starts, which is currently scheduled for December 18th. And then as we zone into Thade here, we can see that there is a nice little coating of snow everywhere. We've got decorated trees, wreaths, Protostar propaganda posters scattered up everywhere, snow falling from the sky, and it looks like a lovely winter day on Nexus. If you listen to the music, you can hear that Jeff Kurtenacker has composed a holiday music styled version of the city music. So it sounds all peppy and holiday-y. And you can see the different decorations everywhere, just like we had for Shades Eve, only, winterier. Papa Phineas snowmen everywhere, presents. And we will head over to Shindig Hollow, which is where this event is centered. Look, even the trash is covered with snow. Got some presents hanging from balloons here. A giant Protostar tree covered with gifts and toys on the different layers of that. And right up in the center here is the holiday vendor. So you can take a quick look at everything that you can get with the holiday currency. Couple of toys. Snowball looks like it'll be fun. Big one everyone wants to see is always the costumes. So we start with the Papa Phineas costume. And as you can see from these pieces as we're previewing them, this is not a costume you're going to wear outside of the festivities, except for maybe those cool Roustauer fluffy slippers there. Those could go with anything. And then the second costume that you can get for the event is the Retail Helper costume. And this one's a little plainer than the Papa Phineas one. You can also get some ground mount flares, but there's no way to preview those, so I have to wait till we get enough holiday coin to purchase them to see what they look like. And a plethora of Winterfest Extravaganza housing decorations. And my assumption is also going to be that Carbine will run a housing decoration contest for this event like they did for the Shades Eve one. So if you're prioritizing, I'd buy housing stuff first so you can get a good jump on that decorating. You get a randomized choice of 3 dailies, plus the housing daily, which is kind of like the trick or treat one from Shades Eve. And then you also get the daily quest for the holiday expedition.
Only allow them to wait for a limited time. Your skills are required for a limited time only. When you're there for Protostar, Protostar's there for you.
Now there are a couple of the quests that require you to don a certain outfit, so they seem to, and they give you that special action bar, so it'll override each other, so you can't do those, pick those both up at the same time.
I'm authorized to gainfully employ you.
Like this one here, so I had to wait and get this one
Protostar would politely
after I
ask
finish
you
the
to
first
reconsider.
one. And I forgot to read the quest text to see where to go, so I have to open up the log and actually take a look. All these quests are in the same general areas that the Shades Eve quests were. And for this one, we're going to provide a little holiday cheer by throwing the appropriate racial gift at the gift getter's head. Because nothing says Happy Protostar Gala Winterfest Extravaganza like a book to the head. Or a flask of something. You see more holiday decorations, another present tree. Right, so, flask gets thrown at the space zombies, book at the people, beer mug at the Granox, and the bush at the Orin. There's an Orin. Boom. See, right in the head with a forest. Who doesn't want to get hit in the head with a forest for the holidays? We'll go turn this one in and pick up that other quest that also requires the special action bar.
Please accept a disappointed sigh from Protostar. I see someone's angling for Employee of the Month. I'm authorized to gainfully employ you. When you're there for Protostar, Protostar's there for you.
Now so we need to go defrost some snow blowers. And I made the mistake of assuming that we were looking for snow blowers like removing snow. That's not quite the case. We're actually looking for the giant red floating things that are blowing snow down onto the ground. And I'm just double checking I'm in the right area because I hadn't made the connection yet. you're doing this, you want to make sure you're getting ones that are not already fixed and spinning and blowing snow out of those, because those won't count for the quest. So if you're on a crowded server, this could be a little bit more of a challenge when that quest pops up, depending on what time of day you play. But on the PTR, I didn't have any competition for any of them at the time. Supposed to be able to use the suit to do a jet boost to shoot upwards, but I can't get it to work. Not sure if it's bugged or there's a prerequisite that I'm missing, but it just will not go anywhere. So instead I have to rely on the regular jump and hitting the snow blowers anyway with the zap to defrost them. Which is fine, because it's, more time to run around listening to the cool music. And you need to stay in Fortune's Ground for these. So it may take a couple of laps through to complete them, but I'm assuming that just like all the other holiday stuff so far, they'll have a pretty decent respawn rate. And there does seem to be a pretty decent amount of them scattered around the area. Grab this last one and run back and get this one turned in. And we make sure we got the rest of the dailies that are available to take a whack at.
Experience the excitement of contract employment. Always a perfunctory pleasure. Profitable tidings.
Let me guess. You need something.
Flip through all the conversation choices here real quick so everybody can see the answers.
Good to know you got this covered.
And these fellows that we need to make it rain coupons on are wearing the entire Fancy Pants set that the WildStar guys have been giving out the jacket codes for lately since Gamescom. And then the hat was given out at Gamescom last year. And these guys are all around Academy Corner, and all you do is just target one of them and use the Make It Rain emote That gives you credit for the quest objective. We'll pop up to housing real quick and take a look at the daily quest up there. And for Shades Eve, as you guys know, everybody had to go trick-or-treating on the various housing plots and collect the 6 or 7 different candy types. For Winterfest, you have to go to different housing plots and sing. So everybody will need to replace their candy bowls with the Protostar microphone that you can get from the housing vendor. So just bring up your housing vendor, search for Protostar to find the microphone real quick, place it out on your property where people can get to it quickly, and then just interact with it like you would anything else. And then it becomes the house hopping game to find enough of them to complete it. This was the first day of the event hitting on PTR. There wasn't going to be any more, so I didn't bother house hopping a whole bunch. Just enough to show the quest. So we'll go turn that one in and grab the last daily before we give the instance a shot.
I'm authorized to gainfully employ you. Off you go. No time to waste.
So it turns out I could have picked up that quest at the same time that I did the other one in Academy Corner and done it on the way there. I'm going to knock it out here real quick. This has actually been the funnest daily I've had so far for holiday stuff, and it's just running through the balloons that are holding packages around town. That's it. Give you a chance to show off your mad hoverboarding skills as you fly through everything. Doesn't take hardly any time to do. And then just zip back and go give the instance a whirl. Just like the Quiet Downs instance for Shades Eve, the Mall in the Sky instance for Winterfest is for everybody level 10 and up. It'll scale you up to level 50 to do the content.
Profitable tidings.
So, like for Quiet Downs, you're going to want to have your item level be as close to your character level or above as you can, because that's how the scaling's based off of. So this character happens to be one that I went through and did a bunch of the Shades Eve content on, and basically actually leveled her 6 levels through the Quiet Downs instance. So her gear's a little lower level, so we'll see how it goes.
Ho, ho, hope you like bargains. It's time once again for Protostar's Gala Winterfest Extravaganza. I'm Papa Phineas T. Protostar, reminding you that this Winterfest, the Protostar Corporation brings the happiest, breeziest, trendiest, and sandiest holiday on this or any other planet. With the Protostar Super Ball in the sky. Be sure to tell them Papa Phineas sent you. Papa Phineas is not responsible for transportation either to or from the Super Mall in the sky.
Greetings, I am Papa Phineas, welcoming you to Protostar's Gala Winterfest Extravaganza by Protostar. Please see our Protostar Mall greeter to learn about the festivities here at Protostar's Super in the Sky. Attention Super Bowl shoppers! The Automania event is underway. Our deals on vehicles of all types are unmatched.
So just like the greeter said, the mini events inside the mall are randomized. And there's no map to tell you where to go. So the first few times you run it until you get used to which events are in which stores. Probably going to take you a little bit longer to get around. Once you get the pattern down and know where those stores are, probably go a little bit quicker. The typical click on the quest in your quest log and follow the arrow trick does also still work in here to get you pointed to the right instance and pointed in the right direction. Wrong store. I figured even though everybody's standing in line, clearly that's where they want to be. So I was going to go stand in line with them. What you really need to look for are these giant yellow arrows on the floor pointing at the doorway. That's the store you want to go into.
Get ready. The bots have been dispatched and are ready to assist you. Are you ready for some savings? Are you ready for some savings? Oh no! It looks like the bots are overloading with salesmanship. Go inspect our vehicles to calm their software.
So for this event, you dodge the angry overloading sales bots.
Try to avoid those sales bots in the meantime.
And look for which car has become interactable and zip over to it, interact with it, and then wait for the next one to pop up.
Another group of over-enthusiastic sales bots have arrived.
And more bots will get added. So your action bar becomes just the little boost to your movement speed buff. You can see there are shield buffs you can jump through as you're running around to get a little bit of a shield. And when you interact with a car, you do get a small heal. So if you've been damaged by the bots AoE as they're running around and you're trying to run through them, just interact with the next car and you should get a little heal to make that boo-boo better. And this is one I'm not sure is really planned for somebody soloing the instance, because I felt like the cars were taking too long between each one to become interactable to be able to hit that timer for the optional to get it as towards your gold medal for the run. It felt like they just were respawning just a little too slow for that. But I think if there were, you know, 2 people in the instance that got this, it'd be cake to get that optional. And you split half the room up and go nuts. As soon as they respawn, you know, somebody could practically be standing right there with the, because of that speed buff. Or you two can buy your own holo cab in the store. And if there are bots standing real close to you when you do interact with the mount, you'll notice that they get knocked down and stunned. That buys you a little bit more breathing room around their AoEs. So that's another thing to keep in mind when you're running it is, you know, maybe try and group up some of the bots around each one that you interact with to get yourself a little bit more damage-free time while you're waiting for the next respawn. Although the damage really isn't that much from their AoEs.
Unscathed during our Mega Mount sale. Attention Super Mall shoppers! The Toy Bot event is about to begin. I hope you're feeling charged up.
Like any good super mall, it has a second floor.
Toy bots are a big seller this time of year, but no one will buy them if their batteries are drained. Use our patented Protostar limited impact recharging beam to recharge them for the big sale. Keep an eye out for our patented buoyant battery boosters to recharge your beam and avoid the security mines.
Not sure personally that I've gone with mines to secure my toy store, but whatever works for Protostar. This one you need to run around, grab the battery, and then just use T key after you're targeting a robot to use the quest item. Each time you target a bot, it does use 1 battery's worth of charge. And the frequency and location of the exploding mines does, you know, change. The longer you take, the more mines there are for you to dodge. So you'll want to, you know, grab the fresh battery as quickly as you can, hit the next spot, and start going for another battery. And this one, as far as balance, we're trying to get the gold timer. Felt better. If I'd realized sooner that you can pick up more than 1 battery, probably would have been a little bit easier to hit the gold. But you can get more than one battery. So if you're in a spot where there's a couple spawning close to each other, you might be better off grabbing a couple batteries before you try and go zapping robots, especially depending on where you are compared to the current round of security mines that are getting ready to go boom. And individually, the mines don't do a whole lot of damage, but if you get caught in a few, 2 or 3 of them in a row, it will leave a mark and knock you down pretty substantially on your health. So keep that in mind, because you'd hate to have to tell everybody that you got killed by a security mine in a toy store. Just think of the mocking the Hollow Crypt Keeper will give you for that one. And in between jumping around and everything, you really should listen for the Protostar PA announcements for a kick. That last one, you know, they won't charge you as long as you have money. The Protostar lines are hilarious throughout the instance. As you can see, the closer we get to the timer running out for the optional objective, the more mines are exploding around me.
At this rate, we won't have enough stock for our Toybot trade event. Our
And
poor profit margins.
that is Papa Phineas letting me know he's disappointed because I missed the optional objective. Did not complete it in time. But like I was saying, this one's paced pretty well, and had I dodged a few more mines and or picked up, you know, 1 or 2 batteries at a time more often,
All those Toybots.
should have been able to hit it.
We can now open the doors with minimal losses. Attention Supermall shoppers! Please gather in the square for emergency gift retrieval. This is not a drill.
An emergency gift retrieval sounds dangerous.
Emergency pest control is required to prevent holiday profits from dipping this quarter. Catch those festive slanks and reclaim the gifts in their nests. Don't let their ribbons fool you. They're thieves.
Throw the nets to catch the critters with the T key like other quest objectives. Interact with the nests. And that big one running back there is an optional quest objective that I missed.
Looks like that particularly fat slank got away.
So,
and with a genuine Papa Phineas Winterfest, too.
if you see him, go for him right away so you can grab it optional. And then keep an eye out, because as you're busting open the nests, you will at times get, you know, spawn of 2 or 3 of the little critters that you can just toss your nets on.
the nests are cleared. Without those presents, we might not have made our quota. Well done, diffusing this pest control dilemma. With the presents returned, we should see significant profit recovery.
And this part looks like it could actually be really fun to mess around with other people in the instance and race as you come down that little slope there. This one, you can see it's a little indoor hoverboarding track. You're thrown on a hoverboard as soon as you walk in the door, and the objective is to collect the presents. You need to make sure that you are collecting pairs of presents. So as you go through, that's a blue ring one, the next one you need to hit needs to also be a blue ring package. You don't want to mix and match.
Protostar. Yes, Winterfest means holiday fun for everyone, and mega profits for a small percentage of everyone, largely comprising the Protostar Corporation. It's a win-win for us.
Thank you for participating in this year's BOGO board sale. By taking advantage of Protostar deals, you spread holiday cheer. Good news, shoppers! A limited time offer too good to pass up is about to begin. Gather in the lower courtyard to make good use of these fabulous Protostar deals. These deals are literally going fast. You'll need to slow them down with your patented price guns and grab the gift inside. Better hurry. I did say they were limited time offers, didn't I?
So the price gun that Papa refers to is an ice gun. Use it to zap the robots, and then while they are frozen, they become interactable, and you can get the present out of them. You've got two different attack beams, so to speak. One is the longer range, narrow one. And if they start to explode even while you are interacting, they'll go away. And your second beam is that one, which is a shorter but wider dispersal to potentially catch more than one in easier. This, once you get the hang of it and the distance on the shorter beam down, you get a good feel for that. This is pretty easy to hit them and rescue the presents. Because even if one starts, you can still get your present back before it finishes exploding.
Grabbing deals to qualify for the mega savings. Better luck next time.
Did miss the bonus again, though, the option.
Participating in our limited time only sale. Be sure to shoot for the mega savings next time.
See, look at that. You got a little ski slope on one side. And the other's practically begging to be used as a ground mount racetrack as you come down. And big yellow arrows on the ground to tell you where to go. And then this is the final event for the
season? Or perhaps you're looking for something
the
to guard your
expedition.
Protostar product placement perch. Then I know you'll love this next product.
It clearly shows why standing in the red is a bad idea. But all 4 cannons will target you. Secrets to, as they start to hit you, jump to one side so that you're not ending up with the crossfire of all 4 targets. Excuse me, all 4 turrets. If you've got a longer range stun, you might be able to stun more than one of the cannons. I think they're still too far apart even for something like the Spellslinger's Void Slip. But stun what you can,
Looks like your
dodge
last
the rest.
payment cleared. That's good. I do so detest deadbeats.
See, I was having a hard time finding a good spot to stand that when all the beams started overlapping, gave me a decent escape route. So I tried just moving, just constantly keeping running. Which helped a little bit, but you still have to kind of keep an eye out and try and dodge them off pretty quickly. And obviously as you start knocking off cannons, it becomes easier and easier to dodge the ones that are left and finish it off. This fight is part of the reason I think we need to tune it a little bit better for the scaling part. Because as you saw as I was running originally, my gears getting boosted to only mid 40s, and it's tuned for eye level 50. So it's not much because it's only 5 eye levels, but it's enough to at least make a little bit of a difference. And then this is closer to your normal expected style of fight. You're not really able to dodge across the entire floor. You got 2 mobs up at a time. Use your interrupts whenever they're casting to get the moment of opportunity and make one of them vulnerable. Pump it up on them so they take double damage. And don't get pinned in the corner for the one turning in circles.
Proto probes are literally to die for. Let's give all those home shoppers a live demonstration.
There you got Protostar clone that'll attack you. He throws those random little droids out every now and again to also attack you. Both are stunnable and interruptible. Just keep an eye on telegraphs and interrupt those to make the fight a little bit quicker. They keep dodging the little guys, stunning and killing them off. They don't take too much, but you should focus on Proto Clone. He is the actual boss for this part of the instance, and defeating him will end the fight. Whirlwind hurts a tad though. Dodge that. Can't interrupt that one. Dodge that one.
Winterfest Extravaganza by Protostar would like to thank you for attending the Super Mall in the Sky. Remember, Protostar is here to pass the holiday spirit on to you. For money.
And that is it for the randomized bosses that I got.
Wishing you many happy returns. No actual returns allowed. Holiday rides without the holiday rhymes are now available at...
That is it. There's three randomized dailies plus the housing daily every day, and then you've got the instance quest every day, just like we did for Shades Eve, and it is a farmable expedition, just like Shades Eve was. So you can run it again and again to get the currency without having to worry that you're limited to just, what you get for the initial run each day. And I got a housing decor item out of that. So that is Protostar's Gala Winterfest Extravaganza on the PTR now and coming to live December 18th. Does not have its own lore. I was checking to make sure I didn't miss any books. So that's what you have to look forward to. It's a lot of fun. Looking forward to it hitting live and running it with everybody. Thanks.